I'm just going to wait a few minutes because nobody's here yet. So I shall give it a moment or two. Hello. Oh, hi, Sonny. How are you? I think somebody was looking for you yesterday. I don't remember what it was about, but I thought somebody had been. Hi, everybody. I know I'm late and I know I look like I have black eyes. I didn't put any makeup on today. It's one of those days. I've been working hard a lot. I'm good. I'm better than I was, thanks. I really wasn't feeling great, but I'm feeling better. So that's good. I got a call from my surgeon's office today. I was supposed to have my appointment for, I think it was April 8th, that I was supposed to go in and have my CAT scan done and have the appointment with the surgeon, but she's not available, so I'm not going to get to see her now until May. And that makes me a little bit nervous because it's a long time. She had suggested that I go in for, at least according to her girl in the office, that I should go in for the CAT scan anyway. Had I known it was going to be a month, I would have said yes. But I said I prefer to do the two on the same day because it's a long ride to get there. And hi, Kathy. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to be till the 14th of May. And as I say, that makes me a little bit nervous because it's a long time between CAT scans. The last one, I think, was December or January. Yeah, I think it might have been December. So January, February, March, April, May, 5 months. That is a long time. I mean, I pray that everything's okay when I go for the scan, but it makes me nervous. It does. So it is what it is. As I say, had I known it was going to be that long, I would have definitely said, let me keep the appointment. But I had no idea. I really thought it was, hi, Mary. I thought it was going to be the following week, and I thought it would be silly for me to go twice in a week, but it is what it is. So, hi, Rita. Oh, did you? Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Oh, that makes me really happy. I actually was a little bit upset about the sizing issue with the shirts, so I spent my entire day today working on different things. Oh, hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm going to get back to you, by the way, Barb. It's not that I was ignoring you. I was just working all day. Hi, Melissa. And I was really, I just didn't get a chance to answer anything because of all the things that I was trying to get done today. Crazy, crazy stuff. So, yeah. By the way, Barb, I did get a chance to watch your video, but I didn't get a chance to comment. So I'll have to go back and do that about the, the different things that you wouldn't buy. There are so many things that I wouldn't buy. They're just, at this point, I have no interest in buying the things that I know I don't need. So it's kind of silly. I actually am waiting to get a couple of other items delivered. I really hope there's nothing wrong with my mail because one of the companies got in touch with me today and asked me if I had received their package, and I had not. Like eye palettes, yeah. Well, I have enough eye palettes to last for the rest of my lifetime. No doubt. There is no doubt about that. I did, in the craziness of all the work today, I did actually have some, I went in a totally different direction today. Totally different direction today with my work. I decided next month is it's my grandson's birthday, and I don't really have, money to buy him anything too impressive at all this year. So I thought that I would make something for him. So what I did was, let me see if I can find the actual mock-up. Tell me I didn't have the mock-up of this. Shoot. I could have sworn I did. I was working on cell phone cases today, so I was doing this kind of stuff. I thought it would be kind of fun and doing something a little bit. Yeah, yeah, that was. Just some fun stuff. Because a lot of cell phone cases all look the same to me. So I thought I would do something a little bit different. And this is more of a scenic one. And I did one that I want for my grandson because he's a golfer. And I wish you could see it on the actual mock-up, but this is the case that I designed with the golf thing. And I also designed a pair of socks for golf. I don't know if you can see it, but I thought it was kind of cute. Hi, Linda, how are you? I have no idea. You can just feel free to get off. You really do not have to follow this at all. So go watch something that you'd rather watch. Yeah, so, it was busy and it was crazy and there was so much to do. If I don't get started doing things in my house, I'm just not going to get anything done. And I really need to get it done. I did feel as if I was doing a little bit better today functioning with my legs, so that was good. And I was really happy about that. And it made it easier for me to get some of the stuff done. I was even able to bend down to pick up some things that were on the floor. So that was kind of good because I didn't have the grabber in the room that I was in. So that was promising. I tried to ask David about a couple of things today, but he didn't get back to me, so he must be busy. He could even be in transit again with Dylan because he may be headed back to Arizona. I'm not sure. So we shall see. But yeah, I really do like those cases that I had reviewed today. This was that giraffe one, and I love giraffes. I really do. I had to take the case off because I'm using that phone to film, and I couldn't do it with the case on it, so I had to take it off for now. Yeah, you like giraffes? I actually have a couple of really nice decorative giraffes that I've used in many stagings, and now they reside at my house. Hi, Casey, how are you? That's your favorite? Yeah, I really like that a lot. I am definitely a giraffe kind of gal. I have a pretty piece that I use in the staging. It's a sitting giraffe in silver and black. And yeah, it's a nice looking piece. And I've used it a number of times in a number of different houses. So Yeah, I think what I may do at some point, oh good. What I may do at some point is just kind of show how you can take a few different items, and create a vignette in the house. I think that might make for an interesting video where obviously I can't do a whole staging at this point, but if I can at least take the stuff and just do a little bit of, okay, here we go. Okay. Housekeeping so early. One of the neighbor dogs started barking, so my guys went over to say hello. Yeah, so it is what it is. What can I say? Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. I have not heard from Nikki since that one time I spoke to her. I hesitate to call because I know she's got to be going through a tough time. But at the same time, I really am concerned. I haven't run across her at all. I haven't been out much. I really haven't. I'm so glad that I went back to physical therapy yesterday. It really was good for me on so many levels. Hi, Dolores. It really was. It made me feel good. I felt better for having done it. I'm going back tomorrow, and tomorrow he's going to do the ultrasound on my ankle to make sure that everything is okay. So that's good. But I'm happy that I'm going, and I'm going to try. I want to take a ride to Aldi's. I'm not going to be getting a whole lot at this point, but I'd love to go anyway and just see what it's like and maybe pick up a couple of things. So that would be nice. That would be fun. I'm getting to the point now, again, I don't want to at all come across as if I'm not grateful for the food that I'm getting, because I am, but it would be really nice. Yes, it would be nice to know that the ankle's okay. It really would be. So if he can tell me that, that'll make me happy. Although I was surprised when he was manipulating the ankle yesterday. It really, it didn't hurt except when he tapped on my ankle itself. That was sore. So he told me that it couldn't be too bad because it wasn't, oh, hi, Ange, because it was not very swollen. And I forgot the words he used. Something like not grossly swollen, but that was not the word. It was a funny word. Um, and yeah, and he said that it wasn't black and blue. Of course, it happened a while ago, but still, I'll be happier to know that that it's okay. I really am a little bit concerned about having the CAT scan moved to May, but I mean, she's not going to be in the office. Problem is, she's only out here once every couple of weeks. So if she's not here, it means that I don't have another chance very quickly to get to see her. So it is what it is. What can I say? Um, just wanted to show you two other things because I hope you don't mind that I use you as my sounding board. And Ange, I think it was, I decided to keep this one because you said you liked it even though David did not. So I'm keeping that. I also have two other things I created. I have not gotten acupuncture, but funny thing is my friend Jackie got it last week, and I really am very tempted to try it. What do you think of this one? Yes? Okay, because David didn't get that one. He's a little bit tough on me. He's a tough critic. Oh, hi Barbara. Okay, and this is the last one. The one for horse lovers, right? I really believe that they are. I love horses. I absolutely love horses. Yeah. The cat. Yeah, and you think it's okay to say it's people I don't get? I figured I would do a series of those. Oh, I figured I would do a series of those. Oh, I have no doubt that they are. I really do. When I was young, I used to ride some, and I loved it. I just loved it. I really did have an affinity for the horses. I find myself very attracted to a lot of animals, but you think, oh, good. Yeah, because David gets so literal sometimes. He really does. He said to me, he said, I don't get it. He said, why the horse? I said, for people who love for people who love horses. So he kind of, he makes me second guess myself. So I really just wanted to check and see if you thought I was on the right track. And I'm kind of laughing. I really am laughing at myself as I'm also crazed because I'm saying she doesn't own a horse. It's hard to own a horse. It's expensive to own a horse, but yeah, it would be so great. I wonder how it would be to be somewhere where there are wild horses. They aren't literal shirts. No, not much for horse people. Yeah. Oh, I know they do. I know they do. My horse? Yes. My horse speaks my language. I did it in two versions, but I decided I liked the other one better. This was one, and this was the other one. I like this one better. Tell me what you think. On some of the things, they recommend that you try a couple of different designs and see what appeals to people more. So I don't know. Are there? Really? That would be so fascinating to see. There's something about a wild horse. I mean, just the freedom of it. Yeah. They're such magnificent animals. They really are. You like the second one. I do too. Yes. Yeah, good. Yeah, so yeah, that's how I felt too. I really did. That was my preference on it. But I am really creating a significant issue for myself because when I get started working on this stuff, I sp- I spend hours working. Oh, I know. Well, I mean, they can be a little bit scary if you think about it. Did he? Oh, that must have been really good. Yeah. Animals really, it can be so therapeutic spending time with animals. Really. I mean, look at all the dogs who are therapy dogs. And horses have been used in many situations with people with with problems, especially kids. So yeah, I mean, if I, well, now I'd be terrified to get up on a horse. I'd be afraid I'd break my neck. And I'm sure I couldn't never get up there anyway because I'd never be able to get down. But oh my God, I used to love it. How many designs do I have now? Well, I have quite a number of designs. I probably have 50 or 60 at least, maybe more. But I also have a lot of different iterations of the designs. The store is going to be going live in a couple of days. I had a 14-day trial with the thing. The reason I've been pushing it till the last minute is because it's not set up quite right yet. Trying to set up a website is not easy. I used to do it years ago, but I haven't done it in years, and it's a lot. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Yes, that has got to be a wonderful thing. Yeah. I mean, look at the wonderful, wonderful thing that happened with Desi, with Sue. I mean, what a special thing for her when she was going through so much turmoil at the loss of Cooper and everything that was going on in her life. And to have Desi come into it was just very special, really wonderful. So I'm extremely happy for her on that level. But she's had a little bit of a challenging year also. I mean, don't we all in our own way? It is a sweet story. It really is. And I told her at the time that I really thought, yes, I'm going to have loads of totes and mugs. Totes, mugs, socks, pillows, phone cases, prints for the wall. Um, what else was there? I don't even remember. Yeah, it's sort of whatever they are, they're adding new things all the time that, yeah, that you can get. I'm dying to get a few of the mugs myself. I really like some of the mugs. What makes me a little bit nervous about the mugs until I get my first one is that it's going to be printed on both sides so that whichever way you hold the handle, you'll have the graphic facing you. But I want to make sure that it is evenly placed, and it's really hard to tell on a mock-up. It's really hard to tell. And my biggest problem in many areas of my life is that I'm a perfectionist. And it makes me crazy because if something is a little bit off, it makes me totally nuts. It really does. Like when I was working on the phone cases, I was working on this just to have this design on the back, and it felt like it was a little bit off, so it was making me crazy. And I did another one that was a tiny bit off. Oh, I also did this one. It's a, kind of it's an abstract design, but yeah, it's hard being a perfectionist. It really is, because it makes you nuts. it, it really makes you nuts. But I just have so much fun with the process. It's just fun. Oh, aw, aw, take care. Good night. Oh, you do like that? I was a little bit afraid that people would hate that one because I can't tell sometimes if I don't go a little bit too far out with the things that make me smile. But I thought it was kind of cute. It's a busy pattern, but I still think it works with the little kitty cat sitting there. I almost felt as if she was coming out of or going back into a little cave, or it could be, one of those cat beds where they get inside and then they've got the thing surrounding them. Yeah, of course you would. Yeah, It's hard. It really is hard. I see something that's slightly off, and it just, I can't stand it. Oh, good, Linda, I'm glad. Because again, I think sometimes that I'm just doing something and then it's not gonna be, yeah, that's not fun. Yeah, I think teenage girls might like that. And I think what I try to do with that other design also, and I tend to design for myself sometimes, which is probably not the best thing to do. I love polka dots. So I did a whole lot of designs on a background of polka dots. I did the elephant, I did tennis, I did golf, I did this, the owl who is a cook, because you didn't do, oh, so he drives you crazy too. That's hard. That's hard if he drives you crazy too. Yeah. And then this one with the cat. But I did a whole bunch of them. I did so many because I figured when I put it out, this way, whatever people love, whether it's elephants or horses or giraffes or, that's my problem. I want them all. It really, it really is. What happens with me, Casey, is when I start designing, and that's always been the case with me. When I start designing, I'll be working on something and another idea comes into my head. So yeah, I want to give people lots of choices. Yeah, I like herringbone also. I like herringbone a lot. Yeah. And I'm working on several different designs for background. I don't think I have pictures of the other ones. I don't think I was working on so much that I don't think I did any pictures of it. No, no, I did not. But I did one with a really pretty design. And I like this one too. It kind of struck me as being very serene. And if somebody liked a serene kind of feeling, that it would be nice to have that as an option as well. That's funny, Ange. That's really funny. Yeah. And it's funny because I was not, thanks. No, is it beautiful? Mugs and totes, all good for gifts. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of mugs and a lot of totes. What's the word you would use for your phone? I also was thinking of putting something out there where, yeah, I was thinking of putting one out there where people could just have a custom one if they wanted. So that, for example, if I did the one with the polka dot and then I had that design built into it, I thought if they wanted their name on it, if they wanted their initials on it, if they wanted anything specific to them, they could get a custom one and it would be a simple thing for me to change. So I thought that would be interesting, you know? So I mean, I have all these ideas, but I also have this feeling there's a little part of me that's laughing at myself. I have this sort of other me that sits on my shoulder and tells me how ridiculous I'm being. And it kind of says to me, you're doing all this work. And it kind of reminds me of when David, years ago, when he was doing a hell of a lot of work, monograms. Yeah, I thought that would be if they wanted the monogram or if they wanted their name printed, whatever they wanted, that they could have it so that their case would be like nobody else's case out there. And I thought that that might be a fun thing, especially I would think that some younger people. I also want to design some cases that I think will appeal to men because I don't think there are enough that appeal to men out there. I really don't. I think it is largely designed with women in mind. Pay more? Oh, you mean to have the custom design? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would do that, or if maybe a dollar or two, because I would want people to feel that they could just do that, that would be, you have to be really careful with all that stuff. You really have to be careful with all that stuff because of trademark issues. So it's hard. I mean, unless somebody liked the design, and if I had the rights to do it, that would be one thing. But to try to do it without that, you have to. I can't think of the word. I'm going blank on the word. You have to have the, oh shoot, it'll come to me. But they give you the rights to do it. Yeah. Yeah, maybe a tiny bit. I don't want to deter people from doing it though. So I'll have to see how it plays out. Um, yeah, it's all, I feel like I'm walking around in this very strange world. Oh, would you? Well, 5 pounds is what? It's got to be at least $8 or $9. They do, no, it's not patent. In order to get, I can't think of the word. Shoot, cannot think of the word. When they give you the rights to design for any particular group. No, the trademark is what you get if you have something special and you want to make sure that you protect it, you can trademark it. No. Oh, there are cheap, no, copyright is not for that. Copyright, it is a license, but it's not, it's called something else. It is definitely a license to do it. No, it's not the patent. I'm going totally blank on it. It's really funny. It'll come to me. And when it does, I'll shout it out. But yeah, I mean, there are a lot of very, very cheap phone cases out there, and there are a lot of very expensive ones out there as well. So it is what it is. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to have enough stuff in the store that people will buy something, whatever their particular, yeah, the phone case is from China. Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, the case is here. It's all, I think, did it say it was PBA free and all of the things that you want to know about anything that's made of plastics today? It's it's an I'm getting an education. I really am. I feel as if I've gone back to college and I'm learning a whole new thing at this stage of my advanced wisdom. When I find it really hard to conjure up words every now and then, and I hope that I can retain things long enough to get something done. So definitely, it's definitely interesting. You paid 20 quid for the case you're using? Oh, yeah, I think so. And that's why it's funny because with everything I did, I was using the better quality product. Yeah. And I'm trying to actually, I mean, I have no control, no real control at all over any of the stuff on Amazon. So I'm going to keep putting things out there as long as I can. But yeah, yeah. And my way has never been, I don't buy the cheapest stuff and I don't want to sell the cheapest stuff. That's not who I am. I want to sell something that's better quality because I think in the long run, people will be happier. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, that's great. I think, yeah, I think you're right, Denise. It is. No, I have the Amazon thing. The unfortunate thing is now I can do 25 designs on Amazon, period, for now, until I have 25 shirts sold. When I get 25 shirts sold, then I can go up to 50 designs. That's how they work it. So they want to make sure that your stuff is selling before they allow you to saturate their market. I guess they want to make sure that your stuff is saleable. The problem is they don't do anything exactly. And I don't believe that. I always remember I had a wonderful partner in business many years ago. Her name was Mary. I've talked to her about her before. She was a wonderful lady from Ireland with a lovely, lovely brogue. I really loved her. And she always used to say, when you buy something, a year from now, you are not going to remember what you paid for it, but you will remember whether or not you liked it. And I always think about that, and it really is true, because you'll know whether you thought that it was worthwhile. Yeah. As I say, and I didn't know this about myself necessarily, although I should have, because even when I was young, when I first got married and we didn't have a lot of extra money, and when I bought clothes twice a year because there was a store locally that had really good quality clothes. And I got, yes, and I got, yeah, I think you're right, Denise. I think you're absolutely right. But once again, you still need styles that are more geared toward men because men don't like it. I always remember when Marcus Lemonis had done that show with the thing where they did the startup phone case thing. And he was telling them they really needed to do more designs for men. And they came up with these really stupid designs that were not at all geared to men. I have a really good feel for what would appeal to men more or less than other things. So I certainly would keep that in mind when trying to design it. So yeah. And again, the quality, it's funny because there was somebody who did, I watch a lot of videos because I want to learn how to do it right because it's a whole new world to me. And there is one very, very successful shirt maker, seller, who has made a lot of money. And what she said was she always buys the cheapest shirt. And I know, I know, you're absolutely right, Casey. The I could never do that, to pick the cheapest thing because you want to make your margins higher. Not me. I want my people to be happy because if they're not happy, they'll buy one thing and they'll never come back. And it just doesn't make sense to me. You like lanyards on your cases. That's actually, yeah. Oh, they also have this new thing that I'm thinking of doing a little bit also. Hi, Patty. Oh, that's okay. Um, they have this thing called pop sockets. Are you familiar with those? I had never heard of it before, so I guess I'm behind the times. Do they? Yes, I agree with you. I love that look. I really love a classy looking guy. Yeah. Yeah, so I want to design some pop sockets. So I'm going to do that too. Pop sockets. It's like a button. I'll show it to you. I'll design a one or two, and the next time I'll show it to you. It's a round disc, and I'm pretty sure they get attached to the phone, and then you can hold it by that or something. Tell me if I'm on the right track. And it's like a button-ish shape. And you can do design. I was actually thinking of putting the Feel Good Creations logo on one of them because I think that logo is so bloody cute. Yeah, to the back of the phone. So it sticks out from the phone. So it is this button that sticks out, and then you can kind of put your fingers here and know that you're holding the phone very securely. So it is, yeah, it is something that apparently is a new craze. So I'm going to get in on that too. Might as well. They also were saying that prints sell very well. It never would have occurred to me to do prints. You can set your phone up on it. Oh, good. Oh, that's good. Can you pull it off if you want to, though? Oh, it presses flat? Ah, I didn't know that. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out also I've got some designs in my head to do leggings. Oh, it's really hard to do, but I have to figure out how to tile my designs so I can make it work. But I really want to do that as well. You know, it's a funny thing. It started out to be just a tiny little thing in a tiny little segment, and I feel as if I'm creating a department store. I really do. Because, I mean, nobody may ever come to it, but I feel as if I'm doing that, and it's making me laugh. Because if anybody had ever said to me years ago that I would be doing this kind of thing, I would have said they were crazy. Because it was not something that ever crossed my mind. It could, I mean, it could be pool floats with logo. Oh, they're doing something new now also. They're doing those beanbag chairs. So I can even design beanbag chairs, which might be something to consider before Christmas. Exactly. That's what I can do. I can see, hi, Carla. I can see what sells and what doesn't sell. And the good thing is, because it's my own store, in essence, I can put as many products on there as I want to. And if they don't work, I can take them off. So, it's definitely, definitely an adventure. It really is. I hope it turns out to be an adventure that actually pays enough for me to eat at the point at which, no, I can't, I wouldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I find it hard enough. I find it hard enough to even put a link in my own videos. I could never ask anybody else. Uh, you know, I just couldn't do that. I think at one point, when I get a few of the products in, I may show it in a video. If you don't think that that would be, I know I have to put a link in my videos, and I feel guilty even doing that. I feel like, I don't know, like I don't know. It's kind of like trying to, yeah, I wish I could do, I just, I can't do that kind of stuff. it would embarrass me. It would really embarrass me, and I would feel as if I was putting pressure on people to do something. I know, oh, I know that too. Believe me, Susan, I get it. I do. You know something? That's an interesting way of putting it, Carla. That really is. You're right. I need to market my property. I did create a Facebook page for it, and I am going to boost some posts. It's really funny. There's a guy on YouTube who at the end of every video, he says, and if you, I don't remember how he put it, and I don't remember if he says, and just hit the button, and yeah, yeah, it's true. It's true. There is this guy, he always says at the end of his videos that if people want, you know, when they do the super chats and they pay money, and yes, they do impulse buy. That's why they have all those things in Home Goods just near the checkout, in all the stores, actually. The guy says at the end of the video, and if you check the button and you know, you make sure that you hit the bell so that you get all my future videos, you'll help feed a poodle, and I have two, and they're hungry. So it's really funny. I should really say that at the end of my videos. So if you want to help out and feed a Havanese, I have three, and they're hungry. Ah, yes, that is, that's really funny. You know, I think the biggest problem is I have this, my father always used to say when I was growing up, self-praise, self-praise is no recommendation. And there were so many people who would talk about how great they were and how they did this and how, yes, yeah, yeah. So I think I really, I try to pick some nice pictures for my website. That's true. That is absolutely true, Carla. I am, yeah, I've got to get better. I have to tell you, before I got into real estate, I was very shy. I really was very shy. I would go to parties and I would kind of sit in a corner and observe. Yeah. I mean, I can only talk about a product that I believe in. I really can. I would be terrible. I would be terrible at trying to sell something that I didn't believe in. I couldn't do it. Although I had this friend when I was growing up, this guy, Paul, and he always used to say about me back then, yeah, it's hard to sell. It really is hard to sell unless you believe in something. But Paul always used to say about me, he said, you could sell ice to an Eskimo. And that was long before I got into sales. And when I look back on it, I think, what did he see in me that I didn't see? I really didn't see it. I know. I know I do. As soon as the store is open, I'm going to do a little bit of, I'll do a little bit of, I'll do some ads. I will do a video on it. I'll cringe while I do it, but I will do a, will do a video on it where I talk about it a little bit, and I'll hope that my viewers don't turn tail and take off because they, think that I'm trying to sell them, because I know a lot of people really hate going to see content providers who try to sell them stuff all the time. It's like that. I don't know. I don't know. The fact that I'm in sales at all is really funny. That I could do, Melissa. That's a good way to look at it. That I could do. I really could. Because if somebody else had something to sell, I mean, one of the girls or one of the guys who's out there, yeah, I definitely will show a picture of the product so they can see it. I need a hook. Yeah. The thing is, I can't spend too much money on advertising. Hi, Lauren. Yeah, maybe we can learn from each other, Melissa. Rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. Right. I know. Yeah. Well, I mean, I have to tell you, my regular videos, I used to get in the last year, almost close to that, I was getting anywhere from, say, 600 to 900 views quickly. My views on my regular videos are very down. They're very, very down. Open the video. Oh, don't waste my money on Facebook bump ups. No, that's no good. I thought if I could target, and you've targeted, they're expensive. I thought it was like $5 or $10 a day. I just wanted to try it for a little bit to see if I could get some people to do redos of the wigs. Oh, is it? Oh, are they really? Oh, I thought it was just me, Carla. They don't work. That's really interesting. Advertising never helped you? What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use SEO, and it's very time consuming. So with every product that I'm putting in, I'm being very, oh, I know it as, but I couldn't do it for more than a couple of days, to try it. I mean, clearly I'm doing it at a bad time in my life. No success at all with it. Okay, that's good to know. All right. So I've got to find a different way to do it. Has anybody tried Instagram? Because I was watching some kind of an Instagram webinar, and the woman was saying that people come on to Facebook to interact with their friends, but they come on to Instagram. A lot of them have a mindset to buy on Instagram. Has anybody tried that? Instagram works? Okay. I have very, very limited familiarity with Instagram. You watch Instagram all the time. I have to, yeah, I have to try to get on there more. You sold from Facebook? Facebook is very powerful? Okay. Well, I did create that Facebook page. And again, the reason that I did it was I also have a link on every design, a link to where they can buy it. You had a Facebook page? Okay. Well, as I say, I created one because I felt like when I did the stuff on Amazon, I said, Amazon is not going to do anything to push my stuff. You sold furniture and jewelry. Oh, that sounds like fun. That really does. I love both. I really do. Yeah. Let me get this message out of my way. Everyone puts a link to the items to buy? What about Facebook Markets? I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what that is. I don't know. What about Pinterest? Putting things on Pinterest. Does that do anything? I know. See, the thing is, oh, Marketplace. Yeah, I have heard of that. I don't know about it, but I have heard of it. Yeah, the thing though, Pinterest is good because I figured I would set up a whole board with stuff from the store. And Pinterest, you can put a link, can't you, to the item, or can you not? Are you allowed to do that when it's your stuff on Pinterest? Because I haven't done anything on Pinterest in a very long time. I did it when I first set it up, but I've really essentially done nothing on it for a long time. Oh, that's good. So then if I have the items there, if I have the mock-ups, I think, I have a feeling that when I did, for example, when I was working on the socks for Zach, oh, she's ill? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I had a feeling when I did this strictly for Zach, for a birthday present. But then I said to myself, wait a minute. I bet golfers would get special socks. Golfers would wear a special shirt, I think. I don't know. So then I thought, okay, so maybe it is true, maybe for different sports, but not being specific to any teams, you can't do that. So I think I'm trying to figure out how to reach those people. So targeted ads on Facebook by delving deep into the demographic doesn't work at all? Yes, so it would be great to have up long before Father's Day. Golf is a niche, and it never worked for you? Well, Melissa, maybe in the end we can wind up helping each other. If I figure out something that works, I'll share it, so that everybody can benefit from it. Hopefully not everybody doing exactly what I'm doing, because that would be funny. Capitalism brainstorming. Listen, I think it's a good idea. They don't want to shop on Facebook. You're right. But if it's did you ever click on an ad that comes through your regular feed? I have. I have done it more than once. I actually have bought some things over time that I did find on Facebook. um, yeah, because when it comes through the regular feed, not when it's an ad on the side, but when it comes through with the regular feed. Yeah, so if we have bought, who is to say that somebody else wouldn't? I think it's targeting the right audience. And I think therein lies the rub. And I think that's where we have to get really hyper-focused. Really? Wait a minute. Is Marketplace... Wait a minute. Are you talking about the things like when they say that there's a local group that is buying and selling stuff? Is that what Marketplace is? It's used items. Yeah, they have rules about stores not being able to sell, as I recall. Yeah, that's not going to work because they have rules about that. And a lot of the groups say they're going to kick you off if you try to sell your stuff from a store. Oh, who the hell ever thought I would have a store to sell something from? That it's funny. That just was not in my sight at all. It really was not. Who knew? That's really funny. I have a feeling there really is a way to make it work. I'm just not sure what it is yet. But I will educate myself. I have already spent lots and lots and lots of hours. Ah, that must have been fun though, Anne. Yes, I think we all have bought from Facebook. We just didn't realize we were doing it because it becomes so natural. You see one of those things go by and you say, oh, that looks interesting. You click on it, and the next thing you know, there goes your credit card or PayPal or whatever it is. So you just definitely, people buy. There's no question about it. I have got to, I've got to figure this out. I feel as if I'm reaching out for it, and I feel like I know it's out there somewhere, but I haven't quite found out exactly where it is. No, I didn't try Googling my t-shirts. What would I Google? What would I put in? That's a very good idea. I thought it was actually too soon because I'm on such a short time. No, wait a minute. What am I Googling? Let me think what I put on there. No, if I do, the Amazon stuff, they're gonna come up. Okay. Yeah, their stuff is on there too long. Elephant t-shirt. Let's see if anything comes up. Oh, I think are these I think these are paid spots here. Aren't these paid spots the ones that have these little things? Those are ads, aren't they? Sponsored spots? I think so. Elephant t-shirts. This is images, elephant t-shirt, Amazon. So let me see. But they're going to show all the ones they have on there a long time. They're not going to show mine. Mine is brand new. Okay, I'm on Amazon looking at elephant t-shirts. There's no way in hell. It's way too soon for that. No. I think it's going to be easier. They've got a whole bunch of them on Etsy. Okay, I'm going to need to... I think when I have my own store open, it's going to be much easier because there's more that I can do. It's search words. Yeah, but I have done an awful lot with SEO, and it takes time for things to show up generically on Google. I have to tell you, when I did the SEO for my stuff, you spend your advertising money on boosting your Etsy listings. So when you boost them, what does that mean? When you boost them, does that mean it shows up at the top of Etsy? Is that how it works? Or is it showing up on Google or somewhere else? People see them first. Okay, so that means that Etsy, you're advertising on Etsy and it shows up on the top. Gotcha. And how expensive are those ads, Melissa, if you don't mind? Okay. Yeah, because I'm sure I'm gonna have to do that. I was trying to decide whether to open a store on Etsy as well, but I don't know. I'm already spending so much time entering this stuff. It's tedious as hell. Yeah, yeah, I think that's probably true. I think I really should try to do something with those pop sockets because it might not be saturated yet. Maybe it is, but maybe it's not. You quit doing it? What made you quit? Was it too much work for too little payoff, or was it something else? I know. You have 600 things listed? Wow, that's amazing. If I had 600 things listed of something that I had kept that I had to sell here, yes, I would have a hard time finding this stuff when I had to go pack it for somebody. Wow. And I really would love to put out the stuff that I'd like to get rid of, and I'd love to make some money from it. It would be a double benefit. You quit shopping on Etsy? I really have never shopped much on Etsy. I really haven't. I bought a few things on Etsy. I bought a couple of dog coats. I bought a couple of prints. Um, yeah, I'm sure that that's true. I've been shopping online for a long time too. It just made it easier. I didn't have to go running to the stores. But I don't think I started doing it as early as you did. The Swiss. The Swiss what? What did I miss? Oh, good. I'm glad you didn't. Hi. I'm glad you came to join us. Yeah, we are talking about. Really? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Oh, that's great. So you really got to target them. Oh, take care, Denise. You have a good night as well. See you soon. You definitely should target them then, Melissa, if they're the ones who are buying your stuff. I remember when I was doing the jewelry, I told you when David was young, he was seeing a girl whose father was a gem dealer, and he had given me some gems he taught me how to make necklaces, and I was working on that, but it was killing my fingers. And you could go blind doing it, trying to string that stuff. You sold for 20 years. Yes. Yes. It was very hard on my hands. It really was. So, I mean, for me, design has always been a big part of everything I've done. Melissa makes her own jewelry. There was a gal, I don't remember now if she was on Etsy. I don't remember. She made the most gorgeous jewelry. Her stuff was not inexpensive, but it was gorgeous. She did a lot of, yeah, yes. Yeah, let us all know. I'd love to see it, Melissa. I really would. Does it make sense for me to open on Etsy as well? I think they would just never find me. I love rings too. I really love rings. My aunt used to crochet rings. Does anybody know anybody who ever did that? I have some of them here that she left, and occasionally I'll put one on just to remember her. You do? Yeah, I have a lot of rings too. I just love them. There was a period of time years ago when I used to buy rings. There was Southwestern jewelry. Oh, you're talking about style-wise. I like Southwestern jewelry. It's really pretty. A lot of the turquoise and silver. Oh, you do stamping. Oh, nice. That's true. That really is true. You know, actually, I could really sell, yes, some wonderful things. I think I have one piece left from that original jewelry I was making. Yeah, I like sparkly things too. I like anything. If it reminds you of Dolly Parton, think of me. I guess it's easy if you know how, Lauren, like anything else, you know? I think it's a learning process for a lot of people. Yeah, you have to learn. It's all a learning process. I have to tell you, I had a friend, she's no longer a friend of mine, but she has two stores. I don't know if one of them is active anymore on Etsy. And yes, she absolutely is. She really, really knew how to market herself. She's been hugely successful, you know, and coming from such humble beginnings, she did incredibly well. Oh my God, some of these shirts are ugly as sin. Yeah, I don't like anything too overdone, too. If I have a problem if the eye doesn't know where to look. Oh, that's so funny. No, she does not. But then again, she's had a lot of work done. So I guess we could all do better with a lot of work. Although most people, she had bad news. Sandy had bad news. I'm just taking a look at Lauren's, the thing that she, is this yours, Lauren? Her son-in-law? What happened to her son-in-law? Sandy's son-in-law? Oh, you're talking about Madeline. It's Madeline, yeah. Madeline is a member of our group. Yes. Yeah, it's Madeline. Madeline lives out on the West Coast. She lives, I think she's in Oregon. Yeah, she met Madeline through me, through my videos, because they both came from the Bronx. Yeah. Yeah, so this is a picture that Lauren sent me to look at. It's hard to tell on the phone through another phone because it's not. What? I just said that you, oh, it is yours. Yeah, I kind of figured that. So you're called Cookie Babe? You're almost like the cookies, the cookie babies. It's a picture of a brooch. It's a pendant. It's sterling silver. This is it. I don't know how well it's showing up for you, Melissa. Yeah, there is an art to the way you do photograph the stuff. You want biscuits? Actually, my friend who's from London always brings me back biscuits from there when she goes. Oh yeah, that's nice to have it in the hand as well. Do you have more than one store? Oh, you also you sell vintage stuff? That's what my friend was doing. The custard creams. Those are the ones that she brings me. Oh, this is just the kind of stuff that my old friend sells. Wow. She does all that vintage stuff. She spends hours and hours researching all this stuff to write her descriptions. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. Fried chicken, onion rings. Oh, that sounds good to me. Oh, that really sounds good. I had a veggie burger. Yeah, the stuff really, you do very artistic photography. You really do. And you told me, Lauren, what you use as a backdrop. I forgot. Is that, those are paper things? Son of a gun. Those dishes. I love the way you did those dishes. That looks really super, the way you photographed those. That really looks great. Huh. Yes, absolutely. So you don't put extensive explanations of the items, Lauren, like what era they come from and all the because that's what used to take so much time. That girl who used to be my friend, she used to spend hours and hours researching each thing and putting long explanations about the stuff. I think she also sometimes overcharged. I would think so too. I think she probably went too far into it. That's what Ruby Lane makes you. Oh, they make you do that? Yeah. Oh, oh, that's so exciting. Oh, that's so, oh, I love that. Oh, Lauren, you sent me the thing that shows me the, what did I miss? Oh, God. I think that's great. But I'm sure you sell a heck of a lot more than she does. Oh, oh, thank you for sending me that. That's very exciting. Lauren just sent me the picture of the shirt with the, oh, okay. With the, my review. That's so exciting to see a review there. That's great. Where does it show the review? Oh, great. That's great. What did I miss? You know something? Let me ask you something. Can I sell jewelry that I didn't make? Can I do that? If it's not vintage? Or is that not allowed on Etsy? You can? Not on Etsy. You can't. Okay. So it's only if you make it. Wait a minute. All right, now I'm getting I can and I can't. Well, one of them is right. 20 years old or, oh, so it can't be anything new. Vintage or handmade, gotcha. Okay. How do you know how to price things? It must be really hard. On eBay, it can be, oh God, if I had to start with eBay too, they will authenticate anything. Vintage is 20 years old or more. That's very scary. You don't know about Etsy? As I say, it's not a place that I go to buy things. It really is not. I go to Amazon to buy things a lot. And I go to stores that I'm familiar with, like Chico's, Poshmark, 3 times the cost. 3 times the cost of parts plus the value of, oh, okay. No. She buys bulk jewelry jars at the thrift stores? Really? When you say jewelry jars, you're talking about jars full of jewelry? Or jewelry on the jars? Oh. Oh, they don't have it in the UK. I just have easy access to jewelry that I could, have a little bit of a margin on that would be easy for me to access. Literally jars filled with jewelry. And you get to buy the whole jar? Is that how it works? Oh, I don't want to get started on anything else. It's like I'm going to be working 24 hours a day. Wow. But how would you know that a piece would be worth 100 or hundreds? Oh, how would you possibly know? So you have to research each piece. You've taken a lot of classes. Yeah. She gets some very nice pieces, that woman. I'll have to see if I can find. Yes, I know they're marked, but to try to figure out what the marks mean. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you can when you've been doing it for a long time. Yeah, I mean, as I say, all of this stuff is just so brand new for me. Are you in the Facebook, on the Facebook page? Casey, you're on the Facebook page. Because we could all have it in there and it would be easy to access. Yeah, that would be easier because then it would all be there and you can access it at any time. This way you'd have to go searching for the video if you want, if you know, if you've got something. It's up to you. I mean, I just think that it'll work better. Yeah. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, okay. I thought you meant I had to go and find, Google it and find out, all about it. And, oh, wow. Oh, that's good. Oh, okay. That's much easier. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. That really is good. This has been a really good lesson tonight. Oh, God, my nose. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. I've learned a lot. I wonder. Okay, now I have to ask a question. Is there any chance at some point of making enough money to actually make a difference and be able to survive? It's a lot of tedious details. It definitely is. I mean, setting up this store, and this is, oh my God. It takes me so much time to get the stuff up. And again, they need to figure a way to streamline their system. There should be a way that if I'm putting something on my store and I'm doing a t-shirt, a tank shirt, a sweatshirt, a hoodie, um, I'm doing a pillow, I'm doing a phone case, all of that stuff, really. Oh, that's good to know. So there's hope. There's hope. But if I put all that stuff up, really? Yeah, but you've been doing it for a long time, so people know you and they know to come to you and they know to find your stuff. Oh, do you create different stores on Etsy for different things, or do you have everything in one store? Rarely a repeat customer in 20 years? Wow, that's shocking. I know. I know. I feel as if I am already. It's just spread me on a piece of bread and that's it. I'm done. Oh, okay. Because I think that's the goal, to get repeat customers. One for clothes and one for home goods. Rye bread. You don't have a niche. I think it's better not to, in a way, Although people talk about niches all the time, and they say how important it is to have one, but I don't know. I think I'd like to be, I think I'd like to have a broader appeal. But then again, maybe you can't be all things to all people. And on top of all of it, I want to write my book. So I feel like I should do that in my sleep. You can make 7,000 a year if you work at it. Yeah. I mean, I really have to do something that is ultimately going to make me something of a living. Yeah. Can't we all? Can't we all? With real estate, all the years that I was doing it, actually, my partner had taught me this many years ago. She had taught me that when you had a closing, you would love it if the closing were near a mall. Because the closing meant you could go and buy yourself a present. So you'd buy yourself a present every time you had a closing. I used to really look forward to the closings. It was so exciting. I would go into the stores and buy something I really wanted. It was a lot of fun. But it is what it is. All right, I think I'm going to wind it down tonight. Your money goes back into supplies. That's the problem. It's not how much money you earn, it's how much money you keep. You have to be able to keep something. If you don't need it to live on, that's different. And if you're doing it because it gives you pleasure and it lets you be creative, yeah. But otherwise, you need to, at the end of the day, it needs to bring you something. I made some nice commissions over the years. I did. Yes. And doing it because you love it is a great reason to do it. Yeah. Um, but I was taking care of the whole household and it was not easy. And I was lucky in that I had a lot of people who stayed with me over the years. I had a lot of loyal people with me. So it was nice. It was really nice. And then there were the referrals of friends and family. The girl who's selling her own house now. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely try to do that. I did work very hard. I did. I worked very hard. I used to work 6, 7 days a week, always. And I would work late into the night until the last few years, taking people out and whatever. I remember David chasing me down in the car one night because I was sitting in the office with a buyer at 10 o'clock at night, and he was afraid that something happened to me. And he came there, and when he saw that I was there, he was so angry that I didn't call or let him know. And it made me laugh because he never told me when he was coming home late. And when he did that, I said to him, I said, "Doesn't feel good, does it?" I said, "Now you know how I felt all those years when you would never call me. And I would sit there worried to death that you weren't coming home." So he put the window up fast and drove away. It was really funny. That was a long, long time ago. I've always been a hard worker though. I love to work, but one of the doctors at the hospital I used to work with many years ago, we used to have bagels and coffee every morning in the doctor's lounge. And one morning, a group of us were talking, and yeah, I mean, working is fun. It's productive. It's great. But one of the doctors, I had said something about the fact they were talking about vacations and getting away and whatever. And I said, no, I love to work. And one of the doctors turned to me and he said to me, people who say things like that are people who don't have a life. And I thought about it after he said it, and I said, son of a gun, he's right. I don't have I don't have a life. So work was my was my life. But I came from a very hardworking family. We're all crazy. My brother and I were talking about that recently. Well, I love to work. I love being productive. I love creating. I love doing something that is meaningful in some way, somewhere for somebody. And yeah, I mean, both of my brothers have said we're all workaholics. We really are. So is David. He knew me well enough to say it. You know, we were sort of friendly at that point. Yes, I did. That's true too. That really is true. Yeah, yeah, this is true. Yeah, it's hard to retire. It really is. I mean, some people can't wait to retire. It is their whole focus. It's just what life is all about. But I never thought I thought I would be able to do my work forever in my life. Life sometimes brings you up short, and it is what it is. So then you have to reinvent yourself. And there is a certain benefit to having to do that though too, because you learn new things. And any day that I learn something new, I love. I love learning. I just love learning new things. So it's all good. Okay, on that note, I am going to pack it in for the night. And oh, yeah, yeah, I know. Oh, I hope so. I hope so, Melissa, but I'm not sure. Yes, it is great to learn new things. It really is. Really is. And sharing experiences is wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it, Christina. That's wonderful. Yes, it is getting late. It is actually, what time is it? It is 11:55. So, okay. All right, take care, everybody. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you soon. Very possibly tomorrow. Take it easy.